Alright, so, hi guys. And hi to so many new people. I don't know where you guys are all coming from, but it's been a pretty consistent growth on this channel, which is really cool to see. So, awesome. Nice to meet you guys. Thanks for subscribing. But anyway, this weekend, so today is Thursday, and on Sunday we're doing an event here. I can't remember what I called it. Something like Fiddle Leaf Fig, something, festival, something, explosion. And but anyway, they're starting to arrive now. So the idea is that we get in these Fiddle Leaf Figs, which you guys have seen, but they're like in giant pots, like 14-inch pots, and they're 6.5 feet tall, and they're, you know, $300 kind of thing. And so we've been trying to find a way to get affordable ones for people, because like there's definitely a market for $300 Fiddle Leaf Figs. They've been selling very fast. But there's also, on the other hand, there's a lot of people coming in being like, oh, good God, I can't afford that, and I don't blame you. So we've been trying really hard to find smaller Fiddle Leaf Figs, which, believe it or not, is actually really tricky. So I finally managed, I don't know, like the stars aligned, and all of a sudden 3 of my suppliers all kind of lined up perfectly with the availability, and all of a sudden I had an abundance of these available to me. So we have 8-inch, 10-inch, 12-inch, and 14-inch. Which means the price range is from like $40 all the way up to the $300 range. And so check this out. We've got a van full, and I know that it only looks like 4, but check it out. Look over here. So pretty much all those things in the big bags are Fiddle Leaf Figs. So I'm pretty excited to get them open and inspect them and make sure they're all clean, because we don't want to be giving any bugs to our people. And then they also had some really nice sansevierias, some really nice, well-grown, mature sansevierias that are really thick. So we decided to stock up on some of those too. So anyway, let's get these unloaded and see what we have. Okay, this is a real bummer. We started to unload things, and unfortunately, not the best order when it comes to bugs. The big ZZ plants, they were clean. I guess I should show you that, I guess. We got some really nice giant ZZ plants. They actually are very healthy. They're clean, so that's good. We got some 4-inch ZZ. We also got some massive Hoya baskets. Like, look at these guys. Everyone really likes Hoya, so it's pretty cool when we get a chance to get Hoya baskets in. These guys over here have already been sold. People called in and made payments over the phone, and I don't blame them. Look how long this one is. And then I think one of them even has like a really nice strand of yellowy white. So those are clean, no bugs on those guys. We also got this Hoya basket in, which is definitely a different Hoya. Very nice. You can see in here there's a little bit of variegation on that leaf, but otherwise it's all light green. But the unfortunate part is that some of the Fiddle Leaf Figs, they had mealybugs on them, and some of the desert rose, or not some of the desert rose, all of the desert rose are terrible. They're infested with spider mites. So we've got these guys here that are infested with spider mites, and they're bad, like they're really bad, so they need to be taken care of for sure. And then we have a van full of Fiddle Leaf Figs that I'm afraid to bring into the greenhouse. So we're going to go inspect them behind the greenhouse and see which ones are infected and which ones aren't. A lot of times, if I have like, let's say I've ordered a 10-inch, which I'm referring to the pot size. If I order a 10-inch Fiddle Leaf Fig, then I also order 12-inch Fiddle Leaf Fig. Quite often those two plants will come from different suppliers, like from the wholesale. So like I'll order it from one company, but they actually got their supply from 2 different companies, 10-inch and 12-inch. And so what that means is that if I order in a bunch of these guys, I have 10-inch and 12-inch, and I open up a bundle and I see mealybugs, and I'm looking at, say, the 12-inch Fiddle Leaf Figs. Well, it's always very possible that the 10-inch ones are totally clean, because a lot of times they come from a totally different supplier, even though I bought it from the same place. So it's just a matter of going in the back, getting them all unloaded and unwrapped, and actually getting time to inspect them here and seeing what we can find. So let's go. You see there?
Oh,
right.
no. It was just liquid.
Nothing. A little spot of white residue. Got a nice new growth on these guys, though. So we're scanning the plants here, trying to see what we can find. They actually all seem very nice. But normally what I do, though, is I Normally we inspect these, and then I pull the camera out and go, all right, we inspected, here's what we found. And so I thought this time let's just film while we do it. Just so you guys are on the same page as I am. On certain plants, you're really only looking for certain bugs. You know, so if I was to order in like ivy, for example, like a Swedish ivy or a German ivy, you're really only looking for spider mites. You know, my eyeballs aren't really being tuned in to try and find mealybug or scale or any of that stuff, because spider mites like ivy. If you're going to find a bug on an ivy, it's going to be a spider mite. You know, and so in this scenario, when we got these roses in, the first thing I looked for was spider mites, because that's what you would find on that plant, and sure enough, they were there. But your eyes kind of get tuned in looking for a certain thing, and so like we're looking at these Fiddle Leaf Figs, and my eyeballs are really just looking for mealybugs. Spider mites don't really like Fiddle Leaf Figs. You might find aphids, or you might find mealybugs. So those are the two things that we're looking for. So if you feel like I'm like really glancing at the leaves quickly, it's because they're very visible. If you see that bug, you'll know. And we're not looking for mites, because they won't be on here. So let's look. Okay, so we have two piles. We have one pile of healthy Fiddle Leaf Figs ready for the event on Sunday, and then we have one that had mealybugs. It was really just the one. The rest of them are all good, so that's pretty cool. We have Fiddle Leaf Fig trees. We also have Fiddle Leaf Fig bushes. So it's pretty sweet to see small Fiddle Leaf Fig trees, because people don't always have $300 to spend. Sometimes they have $50 to spend. So we're very excited to be able to cater to the more normal people like us, instead of just having to sell $300 trees. So anyway, we're gonna get them loaded back up. First, I'm gonna go deliver these to the back where they can be quarantined, and then after I get these out of the van, we'll load up all these Fiddle Leaf Figs and bring them back there. Because everything's got to be, all these Fiddle Leaf Figs have to be hidden for Sunday's event. I don't want them all to sell today and tomorrow and Saturday when I'm trying to kind of stock up on them for the weekend. So, all right. How hot is it in here?
It's 45.
More than that.
It's 50?
I bet you. Oh, it's got to be over 50 degrees. It is smoking in here. It is so freaking warm. It's August day, so the sun is just like right at the peak of where it should be. So this side of the greenhouse is so freaking hot. And we have these Fiddle Leaf Figs that we need to store until Saturday, or Sunday, I mean, before putting them out into the greenhouse for sale. So we've hung some shade cloth, which you probably just saw. Lorraine's vacuuming it up a little bit, and we're gonna store our shade-loving Fiddle Leaf Figs under there. And then I sprayed the floor just to cool it off a few degrees while we're working back here, because just spraying the floor and letting it evaporate can make about a 5-degree difference. And so under the shade cloth now, I think it's probably close to maybe like 35 degrees, but out in the sun it's definitely over 50. So let's get these guys unloaded. These are all the bug-free. We'll get them unloaded and get them unloaded and get them in their home.
Come again. You know I don't speak Spanish. In English, please. Huh? You pooped in the refrigerator.
It's too hot. I have officially decided. I have made the decision. It's too hot. I was like in the office trying to print availabilities and stuff, trying to order more plants. It is so hot. So, of all the Hoyas that came in today, I think it was 5 or 6 sold right away, and then we still have 4 more for tomorrow. It's exciting. I like the Hoya baskets. And these big ZZs, one of these guys sold today, so that's kind of cool. It's always fun, like, because I'm like, you know, 2 things. 1, I'm a plant nut, and then 2, I'm a business guy. And so, when you put the 2 together, it's really fun. And so it's exciting when I order in plants that I feel the community is going to love. You get a really big sense of satisfaction when people do want that plant, and when they do call you and they're like, oh my god, I want that plant, I've wanted it for so long. More than just a business and making money thing, but like it just feels good to know that you're like on point with your community. You know, you as well as they are kind of like in agreement as to what kind of plants are cool. You know, if you're missing the boat, if you're not on the same page as everybody else in the community, then I don't know, then business won't do too well for you. But we got these guys in, so that's kind of cool. We got the fiddle leaf bushes here in 10-inch pots, and then over here we have 12-inch pots, and these are the fiddle leaf trees. Very nice. Some of them have massive leaves, just giant. That is insane for how tiny that little plant is. That's a massive leaf. And then this guy here, he was actually the only one that came in with bugs, and he had some mealy bugs down here. And so I think that what happened was they actually sourced out the damaged plant, maybe, I don't know. But there's like some mealybugs in here. There's a bunch of mealybugs right here. And so we're going to get a refund on it. We're going to do our best to try and treat it if we can, but I'm not holding my hopes up high for that one. It might have to go. And then we have our desert roses. Unfortunately, they all are infested with spider mites. You can actually see if I can find a leaf here that's really visible. Yeah, I can't really from now. But anyway, you can, oh, here we go. Like, you can see the spotting on this leaf. And so that spotting, when you flip that leaf over, it's loaded with spider mites. And so all of these guys are loaded with spider mites, which is really, really unfortunate. Because a lot of people were excited about them. And then also they're just getting ready to bloom. So it's a real bummer to try and have to hit it with chemical. It's a bummer to have to hit it with chemical right as they're about to flower. And they should be on the sales floor showing off how beautiful they are. Also, I tried to order 24. I tried to order 24 desert rose and they only sent me 8, so that's also a bummer. But anyway, you guys want to see an update on our plants? So these are our mother plants. They're actually filling out really nice. Our Hoya baskets are really growing well. These Hindu rope Hoyas are actually performing better than I thought they would. Lorraine's burrow's tail basket is still gorgeous. This guy here we have in some pretty heavy light. We have some bird's nest sansevierias that are growing up. Hopefully in 2 months they'll be ready to sell. And then we have our little pile of 8-inch sansevieria that at some point should be hitting the sales floor, maybe in a month and a half. This is the area of all of the plants that are infested with something. Actually, let me think here. Actually, all of them are spider mites. Every single one of them. Spider mites on the crotons, spider mites on the stromanth. I don't know if it's possible to get stromanths without them. I don't know if it's possible to get crotons without spider mites either. And then today we added these desert rose. Kind of a bummer, but that's the way it works. And then tomorrow I'm actually taking the van home again, because tomorrow we have more of these guys coming, and in even a smaller pot yet. So that's exciting to have like an even cheaper alternative for people to shop. So anyway, that was the day. I didn't film much inside the greenhouse because it was just too hot to be in there. But more Hoya is coming tomorrow, so that's cool. We have solid green Hoya coming instead of the variegated leaf we have up there. So anyway, you guys, if you guys enjoyed the video, if you're new here, hit subscribe. If you enjoyed the video, give it a thumbs up. And we're really happy, we're really thankful that this YouTube channel is working and taking off, and you know, we're creeping up on 1,000 of you. So I don't know, like, what kind of video should we do? Should we do something fun for 1,000 subscribers? Is that a big enough number to be celebrating? I don't know. Anyway, we'll see you guys next time. Bye.